Howdy, folks. I just wanted to make a video to explain a concoction I had once made that centers around a kind of a duct tape and aluminum tape air scoop that was actually wider than than those two slots in a. This was a '93 Integra LS Special Edition. And I ran out of marker. But anyways, so this is I wound up building this car, and I wound up living in this car, and wound up spinning off the highway hydroplaning in this car because I had bald tires on the yeah, that's about how good a shape my tire was right there. But in this car, I had, as you can see from my little fantasy racing decal layout, I had a 1.6 liter XSI motor. Where'd he go? Yeah, 1.6 liter XSI motor. And it had a automatic. Red line was 8,200 RPM. In a standard, it was 8,400 RPM. I had the automatic, and it was nice. It had a nice little upgraded torque converter in there, and I could launch in second and just vtec my way down the damn quarter mile in times that I'm not gonna tell you how fast I could do a quarter mile in this car, because you wouldn't believe it. But the idea was it launched really fucking well in second gear, and by the time it finished skidding a little bit, it was right up to VTEC, shifted, and right back into VTEC, and then, 118 miles an hour, and it was all over with. And people wanted me to pop my hood to verify that I didn't have any turbos on there. I didn't have turbo. I had a giant fucking ram air scoop. And I had a second air filter hooked up to this part. If look under the hood of a 93 Integra to see what the hell this looks like. Okay, that's what you find under there. And this is an EGR thing, and I was gonna fill it and redo like a different setup. But basically, there's a sail, if you will, under here. It attached right here, okay, made of, again, duct tape, aluminum tape, and wax paper, because I wanted it nice and lightweight, okay, and this sail just kind of hung back here, inside there. I'm kind of drawing through it like it's invisible, right? And your air filter was down here, under here, okay, like so. And the ram air came in this way, and I had I had made little, what I called, thrust vectors in here to split up the flow as the ram air came in. And I had to reinforce these, okay? This all worked in fact, this worked so well. This flap, okay, as you can see, the air blows up, right, through the air filter. And once the ram air kicks on, this secondary, I had the EGR cut off, and I had like a little round cone air filter guy firmly mounted with a cut radiator hose to the end of this EGR outlet that's supposed to go back this way. So I had a little secondary short ram air intake sitting on top of the stock intake manifold air filter box. And I had my K&N air insert right there. And this flap, the ram air was so strong that this flap got sucked. I mean, I had it reinforced, okay, like rolled over duct tape and then aluminum tape all around that. It was pretty strong, okay, like about as strong as a wallet, like a leather wallet that you've had for a while. It's like got some crust to it, you know, like rigid a little bit, strong and light. It would get sucked all the way up into this little cone air filter tube. Okay, just from the air power that was coming through there. Now, what made this work is that only the 92-93 Honda XSI 1.6 liter in Japan, JDM, had a rare thing where the O2 sensor read not from the usual 0 to 3 volts, but it read from 0 to 5 volts. In this ECU only. It's the only Honda ECU I ever knew that did it. Okay, and I kind of tripped out when I found that. And the reason why you find a $300 O2 sensor for this thing is because they sell you can buy a 5 volt tuning O2 sensor, and it comes up as listed for a 93 Integra, because I guess the GSR was the first really like OBD1 tuned car, right? But I bought it, and I just like, you know what, I was you know, working at the time, and I got myself an air fuel gauge, and did the ignition, did the fuel injectors, did the exhaust, and all that good stuff, right? And then I did this thing here with a Harley Davidson breather. This is a crankcase breather for a Harley Davidson. That sits right here in between your crankcase and your air intake. So in the ram area,